Good morning to everybody. We were just talking about the Joe Biden creep photo. Well, actually, it's a video as well. He does this a lot, and it's really, really strange, and it's really starting to creep people out. Who was it that he did it to? Someone's wife, right? Ashton Carter's wife.
Who's Ashton Carter?
I think
he's defense secretary.
Yeah, he's the new defense secretary.
He's getting sworn in, though.
I know. And then Biden has this thing where he just leans in and whispers. And in this case, he's got both hands on her shoulders.
I think Joe Biden thinks wherever he goes, it's his party,
right?
And whoever is there, they're his. Like everything that's there is for his amusement and whatever he wants to do. It's the Joe show.
Yeah, he's a trip. He's a lot of fun to watch.
Could he be this unaware though? Like he's not trying to hide it,
right?
So it's like he's not trying to be sneaky about it. But could he be this unaware how creepy this shit looks?
I think so.
I think I don't think there's anything to it. I think it is completely innocent, but it's just creepy to watch.
Did you see how close he was whispering? He was like nibbling on her ear.
Yeah. Well, this comes, the video with the little girl from a few months back that everyone was watching as well. Leans in and starts whispering to someone's just young daughter. I think she was maybe 12 or 13 tops.
I voted for
Well, remember was it the Palin and Biden debate, all those weird faces he was making and all that stuff. So it's like, didn't someone coach him before? Like, dude, when she's talking, just don't even make any faces. But he was out of his mind.
Yeah. Was he making faces?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
It's the best.
It was the weirdest thing ever. Yeah, he was.
He's very smooth. He thinks everyone
thinks he's smooth.
He thinks everyone loves him and that everyone just wants him around. You know what I mean?
I think it's one of those things where he thinks that there are things that are just happening in his brain.
Right.
And he doesn't realize that everybody can see it. Like you're doing it. You're not just thinking it. Like it's all over your face and you're touching people.
He thinks he has amazing charisma. And that everyone needs to see his charisma.
Yeah. Full of pizzazz.
Right.
You know, Obama's just like, please don't speak too much because he always blurts out shit.
Right.
He shouldn't. Yeah, he's actually the one to help the gays because he's the one who said gays should get married. What's the big deal? And then Obama had to address it like a week later. Obama never mentioned it once. He goes, look, it's a state issue. We don't want to get involved here. And then all of a sudden, he's like, yeah. All of a sudden, Obama's like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
That's
You
right.
opened that can of worms, and now Obama's all in.
Yeah. He was trying to do it on his time, Obama.
Exactly.
And Biden blurts it out one day.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to know what the problem is.
I think he's a good distraction for a president. A guy like Dan Quayle being dumb. I think these guys are great. Like when things are weird, they pipe up and say some dumb shit. And it's just a great focal point.
It's very calculated. I always thought it was a weird combination, but now that, like what Jimmy said, I think, yeah, you're right. They're like, Obama needs someone that's a bit quirky.
Yeah.
A guy that you feel like at any moment is going to just take a selfie in the worst situation.
Selfie.
And plus,
Let me get this.
He wanted you needed a crusty old white guy to run with, so everybody can go, all right, well, he's a black guy, but he's got a crusty old white guy.
But he's
in case
got his
something
white
happens.
guy. He's got his old white guy.
This is the guy who right before Obama started talking, he was about to do his first speech about like pushing forward national health care.
Right.
And Biden stands right next to the mic and just looks at him and goes, hey, man, this is a big fucking deal.
Well, that's what you want. Fuck it. The Obama selfies came out, recently. I thought that it would have been Biden first with the selfies, but Obama beat him to it. Let's see this video. So Joe Biden gets creepy again. Can't stop touching Ashton Carter's wife during swearing in ceremony.
During this, I guess he figures, well, look, he's not looking. So.
Right. It's his moment, so he's not aware of what's going on behind him.
Is that because you're like, as the vice president, everyone's always looking at you? So when people are finally looking at someone else, you just got to take advantage of it and touch?
He's the life of the party.
Yeah, look, your husband's doing something. Just put this finger in your butt for a couple minutes. Put it under your hat.
Well, watch this, though. This is everywhere today. This one's a biggie. He's done this a bunch, but this one is just really creepy and over the top. We got it on our Facebook page, too, if you guys can't find it on your own.
It means to me to have you today. And I thank you.
She walked in and Biden just grabbed her shoulders.
And he's just leaving him there.
I know. He's not even taking them off.
And Ashton gave Biden a quick like, what the fuck? But shit, this is my moment, so I guess I got to let it go.
Biden's just looking. Don't worry, Ashton. I'll take care of her.
And then she's got her shoulders up. She's like this, like she's cringing, I guess.
She's supposed to be at her husband's side, and Biden looks like he's trying to get a fucking piggyback ride. What a creep.
But he won't let go. That's the best part. Watch.
For me, this is the highest honor to be
It's so
25th
uncomfortable.
Secretary.
He's like, this is supposed to be the biggest moment of my career, and all I can think about is the vice president won't let my wife
Yes,
go.
Right.
I'm now a fucking cuckold.
Right.
While Joe is back there fucking servicing my wife, but I will clean the cream pie. Thank you for the nomination, Mr. Vice President.
You took my wife and my moment.
That really is uncomfortable.
I know.
You can see in her body language, she's like, please get your hands off me. But anyway, we keep going.
And for me, this is the highest honor to be the 25th Secretary of Defense. I'm grateful to the President and the Vice President for your trust
Touching my wife.
and confidence.
He looks back.
He's like, he looks back at him, and Joe Biden's like, I'm not letting her go.
Yeah, he's not letting her. What's that about?
Hands on the shoulder. I don't know.
And he's being all very stiff about it.
You think he's shaky or something? Has Parkinson's and he wants to put his hand somewhere so no one sees him?
Wow, there's better places to do it, don't
You're
you
probably
think?
right, yeah.
There's a
He
desk
can-
behind him.
He
Yeah,
can lean
just
up
guess.
against a wall or something.
Dude, I'm spitballing.
Maybe get him his own podium where he can put his hands on that.
When you notice when he looked back at Biden, he didn't even look down to see if his hands were still there. He's like,
Yeah.
because he's distracted already, and then he's like, I don't even want to look to see if he's still doing it. So
Right.
he just looked Biden in the eyes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The energy is really quite terrific here.
But Biden thinks he's being charming. Like, he's like, not a lot of people could pull this off like me.
Why would your hands be on the guy's wife's shoulders?
She made her lips all crooked. You see that too? Like she's like, ugh.
She's not happy.
No.
He's a tall guy. I never. What's he like? 6'3", 6'2", or is she just very tiny?
I don't know. That's a very good question. He's probably 6. Yeah, he might be a 6'2", 6'1", maybe. I'll go 6'1". Go ahead.
Confidence, and to the U.S. Senate as well for their trust and confidence. I've got a lot of thanks.
Now he leans in, almost like he was like sticking his tongue in her ear.
He leans in.
whispering like, "Hey, man, we're gonna be pulling a train in about 5 minutes."
That looks like a kiss.
His
Yeah.
mouth is on her head.
I swear to God, this looks like an SNL skit.
Is he is he like a weird exhibition? Like,
I don't
Is he
know.
bumping his rod into her, like, or at least his soft dick into her ass? Like he's a weird, creepy exhibitionist?
It's just getting off on how much can I get away with.
Yeah, like the whole country's watching, and look what I can do to
Your
your
husband's
wife.
right there.
That's right, and I'm pressing against your hiney.
Yeah.
Back
He's the
up.
Secretary of Defense now, and look
Yeah,
what I'm doing.
Can't even defend your asshole for my dick.
You got to back up because he leans in. He either sniffs her hair, tries to whisper in her ear, or gave her a kiss, or is trying to do all of those things.
You can see, if you look at her hair, it dents in. Like, it doesn't look like he's touching her head. He's
Right.
touching her head with his mouth.
God, do I want to bring a woman to the White House and just watch Joe accost her? Go ahead, honey, talk to Joe.
Oh, watch this again. This is unbelievable.
and confidence. I've got a lot of thanks to give out here. First and foremost,
And he moves his hands off her shoulders, but he lets himself touch her arms as he's
Right.
moving. And then the Secretary of Defense touches his own wife's shoulders.
Right.
I guess realizing, oh, this is the woman I married. I should be touching her.
Yeah.
Whatever Joe Biden said to her, she looked back like, that's kind of fucking weird. Gave him a weird look. It wasn't like, congratulations, you guys are going to be awesome. It was definitely something creepy.
I think he goes with his classic. This is a big fucking deal. I bet she just says that a
Maybe.
lot.
Yeah, maybe there was a curse in there because she looked like that
Yeah.
was kind of inappropriate.
Yeah, of course.
Watch the hands go down her arms a little bit, and then her husband reaches back and I guess the husband has good peripheral and can see.
Yeah.
Oh, the second most powerful guy in the world finally let go of my wife. I can
Right.
touch her now.
Now I could maybe relax a little bit.
The vice president is done necking with my wife.
Now I can pretend I didn't see it. I'm not a bitch boy.
You see how he moved in though? He kind of like
I know.
It looked like he was smelling her hair, and then whispered something, and then it looked like he gave her a quick little kiss.
You know what he must be like in an unfilmed meet and greet? Oh, it must be awful.
Right.
Just squeezing asses.
Yeah, oh, he's got to be terrible. Terrible.
I think he thinks they all want this. They all want, just a little
Piece of Mean Joe.
taste of the vice president.
I would love a psychologist to like, does he has to realize he's doing it, or does he not?
He's violating personal space. Is what he's
Completely.
doing.
Is he autistic?
I
He's got
think
Asperger's?
I think you can almost put your hand on someone's shoulder like that, but to lean in
For a second, you can.
Yeah, for a second.
For
And
a
he says,
second,
I want
like-
to congratulate my wife. You know,
Right.
she stood by me the whole time. He does it real quick
Right.
and gets it off. But
no, he held onto her shoulders for about 20 seconds, then leaned in for the whatever the fuck
Yeah.
this is. He obviously whispered something in her ear as he was smelling her hair.
I can smell your cunt.
you could tell that they've obviously spent a lot of time together. I think these three. You know what I mean? The dinners and stuff like that, that he's getting that close and has no problem with it whatsoever.
Right.
She probably sits next to him at dinner. He's putting his hand on her lap.
They probably had
You know,
some.
when they're telling jokes, you know, that old move.
pat the leg.
Crap.
Keep talking, dunce.
He goes to the bathroom and she's like, you know, he's whispering in her ear.
There's probably some
husband.
weird sexual thing that went on, and she's can't believe that he's doing this on television now. Like
That's
that was
true.
private, and now he's like, no, we're familiar like this, and she's like, what are you doing?
This is maybe how the guy got the gig. Maybe old Stephanie went and talked to Joe
Oh.
and said, I think Ashton's the man for the job.
Why don't you say it into the microphone, baby?
Yeah, why don't you get down there and talk into the old microo? It smells like onions. The microphone smells like onions.
You don't think the VP washes his balls first?
I think he does, but I think he has long days. I think he's up VPing all day.
Yeah.
In his old man bag.
Oh, yeah.
It smells of onions.
Go for a quick jog before Stephanie's on her way over.
Yeah, get a spatula. Why don't you peel that bag off my thigh? Get your nose in there and take a whiff.